So maybe not. But the main purpose is to not be evil on the inside or impure on the inside, and then make nice, pure displays on the outside. Then these are like snakes or cats, or what did they say, about to pounce on mice, most improper mind. Then I will never be guilty of this so my one saving grace, I will never be guilty of this practice of pretending to be sweet. It's getting hot. It's just me. It's cool outside though. Okay. Yangla Nyamba Ju Miecha. Then Yangla means others' faults. Yangla Nyamba means others' faults. Then Ju means to speak. Then Miecha means refrain, do not do. Then translated as do not speak about the faults of others. Then in all the commentaries, then it says simply, just do like that. Just don't talk about the faults. Then there's no explanation in any of the commentaries. Just don't do it. So that's that. Shencho, Gangyang, Misang. Shencho means others' business, what everybody else is doing. Gangyang means anyone. Then Misang means not concerned. Then translate as do not be concerned with others' business. Then this is really like the previous one, but one of the most problems in studying the Buddha Dharma, Mahayana Buddha Dharma, especially Tantra. Then you project. Then you go constantly looking for faults in your teacher. Then you look for faults in your fellow Dharma practitioners. Then, because the mind habituates anything that you put into it, or cultivates anything you put in it, then pretty soon you'll be finding faults in the Buddhas. Like the disciple of Buddha, Udayu in Tibetan Charka. Then Udayu spent 12 years with Shakyamuni Buddha. Then most wonderful teacher, unbelievable teacher, taught 40 years, emptiness, dependent origination, saved. Then sometimes he walked around and people got immediately liberated just in his presence. Unbelievable, miraculous teacher. Then they asked him, I forget the sutra, then they asked him, so, Udayu, what do you think about this Gautama Buddha guy? Then he's like, well, he does have a halo that spreads about 4 feet from and around his torso to his head. It comes out. Kind of like, I guess the equivalent nowadays would be, then he had an aura. He had a really cool aura. But other than that, I don't see anything special about the guy, and I don't really, I'm not really into what he's talking about. I've served him for a long time, but I'm not seeing it. Then, it's a very depressing scripture. But it shows that perceptions are relative. The same object, Lord Buddha, then perceived differently by pure or impure minds. Then the main point here that we should focus on our own minds, then try to cultivate our own faults. Then if we happen to focus on other people's faults, realize that they are mere mirrors or expressions of what you have inside you. Then you should work at cleaning up your own problems. Then you will notice if you clean up your own mind, then other people will appear purer to you. Then you'll see them as purer because you've cleaned up your own mind. Then this does not mean that if somebody has a serious fault of taking a fully automatic weapon to shoot a bunch of babies that you deal and live with that fault. No. Then you act, or you defend yourself if some crazy person wants to hurt you. No. In your mind, you should more so be focused on your spiritual practice. Then often, this disease of looking at other people's faults is a product of your own lack of introspection about renunciation, bodhicitta, and then emptiness. Then you are escaping from the inevitable enlightenment. Why? Because you have suffered in samsara for such a long period of time, you like it here. Then you don't want to be liberated. Then you go through the rituals, you get the Tibetan prayer wheels, then you talk all the Dharma talk, but then you don't want to sit down and really get enlightened. You enjoy suffering. Not particularly enjoy suffering. You've gotten addicted to suffering. That's it's difficult. It's like you've become habituated, like a smoker who smokes every day and has been told by a doctor that if you don't stop smoking, you're going to kill yourself. You know, you better stop right now. Then the smoker keeps on smoking because he can't stop anymore. Then that's what we do. Okay. Mo nyomong gangshe mun la chang. Mo means divisions, classifications. Nyomong means klesha, Sanskrit. In Sanskrit, it's klesha. Then the many mental afflictions we have. Gangche means the worst, the absolute worst mental affliction. Umong means one, first in line. Lachang. Lachang means to purify or to clean. Then translate as remove your worst mental affliction first. Then this is pretty clear. Take your worst, first of all. Then if you're a rookie or a beginning Buddhist practitioner, then you may come to think that you are becoming more crazy when you first start meditating. Then, for the first time, you are being mindful of the insanity that is your samsaric mind. But as you pay attention to your mind on a regular basis, you will automatically find one particular mental affliction that comes up repeatedly and strongly again and again. Then you immediately have to apply the antidote to that mental affliction.